Hello and welcome everyone. This presentation is on research plan to address our team's aspect of wicked problem, which is prepared by Team Global as part of the Business Research Design course. Today we have myself, Catherine, Louise and Leslie presenting in that order. In this presentation we are exploring the wicked problem of how to reduce household waste and increase sustainable consumption, and we have chosen reduction of plastic takeaway containers as the focus of our assignment. Plastic is one of the most essential and convenient materials in modern society. Currently, plastic use is universal in daily life due to its flexibility, durability, and low cost compared to other material types. Continuous innovation has seen plastic production and consumption increased continuously for many years, with around 9% year-on-year increase from 1.7 million tons in 1950 to 299 million tons in 2013. This is expected to grow to 2 billion tons by 2050 based on the current trends. Presently, China accounts for almost a quarter of plastic production output. An average person in the developed world consumes approximately 100 kilograms of plastic each year. Consumption is estimated to increase, especially in Asia, as economies in the region continues to expand. Around 60% of the worldwide plastic waste comes from disposable packaging or other short-life items that are discarded within a year of production, and it is estimated that 8% of global crude oil production is used to manufacture plastics, and nearly half of the annual plastic manufactured is used for the creation of a single-use disposable items. While plastic is a recyclable material, most plastics still end up in landfill. Globally, between 22 and 43% of plastic waste is disposed of in landfills, where the resources it contains are wasted. Plastic also contains dangerous chemicals such as bisphenol and phthalate that goes into plastic during manufacturing process. These chemicals can have an extremely harmful effect on human health. Disposable food packaging is widespread in many industries, but plastic takeaway containers are especially popular choice in service food sectors due to its lightweight, flexibility, hygiene, and low-cost characteristics. When looking for solutions to reduce the use of plastic takeaway containers, we have considered their usage in food sector and explored available more sustainable alternatives, which would be covered later in this presentation. Through brainstorming, collaboration and research, we decided to tackle our team's aspect of the wicked problem by working alongside with businesses in the food sector and provide them with affordable, sustainable packaging products to reduce unnecessary plastic consumption. Our initial BMC have been populated based on this solution and will be explained by Catherine next.
Thanks, Khalid. If we now take a look at our initial BMC, our key goal was to deliver affordable and sustainable packaging products. So we are aiming to create partnerships with Australian businesses within the food sector, as well as the government and environmental agencies. Initially, we're aware that the cost of infrastructure in manufacturing will be high, but we're hoping to reduce these with time through creating economies of scale and a loyal customer base through educational campaigns. When researching possible solutions, we're looking for renewable materials to create sustainable packaging that provides value to both businesses and their customers. The three most important factors for our final packaging are product performance. It needs to protect the food from its surroundings, maintain the products inside, prevent deterioration, and also communicate to the customer on both a commercial and legal level where necessary. Secondly, manufacturing and the processes involved are important factors to take into account, and this links to the third aspect of cost. It's clear that currently the cost of renewable materials are higher, and as a result, many Australian businesses continue to use plastic containers. We hope that through our educational programs and partnerships, that any initial price increase will be justified in the minds of consumers. Through researching many benefits and negatives of a variety of natural materials, we found that starch from corn, bamboo, and mycelium found in mushroom roots were three possible alternatives for packaging prototypes. Firstly, the main benefits of using starch derived from the kernel of the corn is that it's quick to grow and relatively low maintenance in terms of production. Corn crops grow in many climates, and the extraction of starch from the kernel is straightforward, which also helps to keep production costs low. However, whilst it is very biodegradable and has inherently low costs, it is also very hydrophilic, which means it has a poor moisture barrier. Because of this, through production, it's common to add synthetic materials to the starch, which actually decreases its environmental benefits. Bamboo, our second alternative, is native to China and one of the fastest growing plants in the world, which therefore makes it easily renewable. Comparing it to its wood pulp counterpart, bamboo is lighter, water resistant, cheaper, and more importantly has 3 times the strength of wood. In terms of resources, bamboo requires little maintenance over time, as the older plants actually grow faster. Whilst they thrive in warmer climates, bamboo is grown around the world and is extremely sustainable to produce and maintain. Currently, computer manufacturer Dell ships 70% of notebooks in bamboo-based packaging, as its structural strength makes it great for shipping. Due to its flexible yet strong nature, bamboo is an easy production input to work with. However, as production is not yet popular worldwide, it can have increased costs. The third alternative, mycelium, found in the root of mushrooms, is a self-assembling natural material. The benefits in terms of packaging is that it can create insulating, fire-resistant, moisture-resistant, vapor-resistant, and impact-resistant packaging. Being made from crop waste and therefore compostable in every consumer's backyard makes it a highly sustainable resource. In terms of cost, the mycelium organism is low cost to grow and produce, as it is essentially agricultural waste and can be grown worldwide. The extraction of mycelium from mushroom roots at the moment is a relatively new process, therefore there is not as many manufacturing options, which can increase costs. These 3 packaging material prototypes will form the basis of further research in trying to create a more sustainable packaging solution. A final prototype will be agreed on in terms of which one answers our research questions and central wicked problem best. Our chosen solution will need to address 2 aspects in terms of its implementation, and they are connecting and engaging with both businesses in the food sector and customers. Once a successful level of communication is achieved, it will help us to have a greater understanding in terms of why businesses are not using sustainable products currently, as well as allow us to gain an understanding of our customers' decision-making process. Our BMC was populated based on these solutions, and I will now pass over to Lewis to discuss the changes in our BMC and further assumptions we made.
Thanks, Catherine. Based on our further investigations and research, we've updated and refined our BMC to better reflect the aim and purpose of our project. The key addition is education as a key activity of our business. It became clear that without this aspect, it may be difficult for our business idea to expand beyond a smaller niche market of already sustainable thinking clients. Through education programs, we believe that we can convert sustainable practice into the mainstream, ensuring a lower impact on the environment compared with plastic, and also a profitable business idea. Additionally, we've expanded the scope in regards to our customer segmentation. We will connect the end users of our products and our partner businesses to provide discounts and special offers. This will provide a value add for both end users and partner businesses. The aim is to further encourage sustainable activity within the communities in which we operate. This leads into the updated value proposition for our business. Our aim is to still deliver affordable and sustainable packaging products to businesses within the food sector in Australia. However, additionally, we've expanded this original scope to also help them to adopt and implement ecological packaging in their day-to-day business operations in a consultative educator role. The foundations for our updated iteration of our BMC are certain assumptions on the current Australian business paradigm. These assumptions are fundamental and lay the base of our BMC through the current societal situation and Australian business conditions. I'll briefly highlight those assumptions which we consider to be the most important to our business idea and our BMC. Value proposition. Environmentally friendly packaging solutions, such as those discussed earlier, exist and are affordable for businesses. The food sector will adopt these solutions in the interest of sustainability. That is, with adequate education, business will adopt green, environmentally friendly measures. Consumers will accept a higher price of food if there is a sustainable environmental benefit. Although with economies of scale, the cost differences between plastic and a sustainable offering should be minimal, consumers will accept a higher cost for environmentally friendly packaging. Customer relationships. Cafes, restaurants and fast food outlets are largely unaware that there are viable options out there for their takeaway packaging solutions and need to be informed. Customer segments. End user engagement will help push these sectors into changing their packaging solutions to sustainable options. Connecting relevant partner businesses to end users through an engagement platform will further increase the market for sustainable options. We believe that these assumptions underpin our business idea and will be the key to making it a profitable success. Now I will pass you over to Les, who will discuss our research question and hypothesis and the next steps for Team Global.
Thanks, Louis. I'm Les and I'll be discussing our core question and hypothesis and our research design, strategy and data collection techniques. Our core research question is which takeaway packaging solution is the best to bring to market based on sustainable criteria, viability and customer preference. Our core hypothesis is education and consumer engagement is paramount in driving this market. In regard to research design, our core question can be split into 3 parts. At this stage we're concerned that this may be too complex and might need further refining, however this will be assessed after peer feedback for the final iteration. The best sustainable criteria will be an assessment of secondary data to what technology creates the most renewable and biodegradable option currently available on the market. This has meant exploring all the current technology fields and assessing them on this basis, which Catherine has already mentioned in detail. Viability refers to how it actually can be brought to market, effectively deciding if the commercial enterprise will work. This means extending the explanatory research we deduct to be the best sustainable solution and ensure all elements of the final BMC come together to run a functioning business. Finally, customer preference is how we engage the customers we deal with in the commercial sector, but also importantly assessing the consumer as well. This incorporates design thinking and utilises explanation and prediction techniques to create inferences about the particular market. Whilst initially our research strategy centres around assessing secondary sources, the gathering of primary data will ultimately deliver the most comprehensive answers on whether the BMC will succeed. Also, both quantitative and qualitative data will be important to use at this stage. For example, if we deduct that bamboo is the best technology to pursue, we will then undertake primary data collections of our targeted customers within the restaurant, takeaway and foodie sector to establish quantitative and qualitative analysis on how we can more effectively integrate the products into their business and serve the market. By also utilising a direct engagement strategy such as our recycling program with our end users, we can gather quantitative analysis on how they respond to such a program and also obtain feedback on the market itself. Data collection. Data collection will be mostly unstructured depth interviews with our food sector partners and surveys and experiments with their end users. For example, if we discover cost is the biggest barrier to our food sector partners using our bamboo products, we could then use an experimental survey result to show that a sample of X amount of people are quite happy to pay an extra X% on price if they know the packaging is not plastic. The final slide shows examples of qualitative and quantitative questions we could employ with our customers in order to leverage the best data. The 3 examples listed of both, of which there will be many, show that both qualitative and quantitative primary information will be important to the outcome. The questions will need to be refined to ensure relevance in answering our core question and testing our core hypothesis. Thank you.